Tweets.
Tweets are out. Wow, with the dashboard with 4 people and my screen share.
Yo. What are you talking about? Did you guys notice that I actually we're using
with
Social Pilot again?
Share. We are using Social Pilot.
Yeah, I actually sent out a little starting stream soon, like 10 minutes ago.
Oh,
nice.
Nuno is like traveling the world, man. Every time I hit Twitter, Nuno is somewhere else. He was just in. I thought I saw that he was just in San Francisco. Maybe that was an old post I saw.
You
guys living
ready
the
for
life.
Some music?
Let's do it. Kick it off.
Are we ready?
Ready?
1, 2, 1, 2. Coming off the top, y'all know how we do. Listen, I'ma drop a freestyle you can cherish. I'ma send a shout out to the host named Eric. Yo, he's never on some average shit. You know Eric, he stays loud and passionate. I'm about to break it down for y'all with the clever song. Yo, shout the host named Thomas, cause he's never wrong. Yo, shout to John, you know that he's smart and quiet. Unlike my freestyles, which cause a riot. I'm about to do it like this, cause the people love me. Shouts out to PHP, the ugly. It's called ugly cause it's not professional, but I'm about to come through and bless it with style. So let's do it when I'm spitting, I perfume the room. Yo, the segment of the show is called Doom and Gloom. That came from Thomas. Yeah, can nobody go beyond this? I get the mic and then I'm about to keep it like a promise. Yeah, and y'all know we fill them up with anguish. We talking about the PHP, the programming language. About to break it down, no exaggeration. What do y'all do for a living? Web applications. Okay, I can dig it. My words spray tight. They getting together on the Thursday nights. Yeah, when it comes to rhyming, you can call me the new dude. I spew true lyrics while y'all broadcast on YouTube. So let's get it. You know my lyrics are major. All up in the comments, they got plenty of haters, but they doing what they doing. Keep it ugly. We ending every show with the saying it's lovely. Let's go. Hey, shout out to y'all.
Woo!
All right, I'm just jumping into it. We don't have anything to talk about before the show starts, do we?
Not at all. Let's see.
Alrighty.
Hold on, let me pull up Discord because it's already moving.
Discord is rocking and rolling. We have people listening today.
Oh my goodness, I love that. Kevin, you're correct. All right, I'll let you get started whenever.
All right. You good, Tom?
Yes.
You're listening to episode 253 of PHPUgly, and I am your host, Eric Van Johnson, and with me, as always, are my good friends, John Congdon.
The sequels just keep coming.
And Tom Rideout. Sequels.
You talking about The Matrix?
Yes.
I'm concerned. I'm tentatively interested in the movie, but I've had my heart broken.
I'm talking about the Matrix. I'm talking about lots of things. There's lots of sequels happening.
Is it a sequel when it's to the fourth release?
Yes.
What?
Yep.
No, sequel.
I don't think you know what the word sequel means. I don't think you're using that word correctly, John.
Okay. There's more subcontext in there that we will get into in the show.
Also, the hits keep coming. How about that? The hits are what's coming.
Okay.
John seems uncharacteristically flustered tonight. Have you noticed?
It's because there's a thunderstorm outside and it never storms in San Diego.
That's true.
No,
it
doesn't.
And we have two good friends in Discord, and they're asking for the thunderstorm to stop too. And I'm concerned that my feed is just going to die. Like all of a sudden my internet's going to go out because of this thing.
Well,
bring the thunder.
That would be hilarious.
Tom?
Yeah, it's a lot of the time when I first moved here to Colorado Springs was spent like just staring out the window at thunderstorms. It's just pretty awesome. Bucky does not like my air conditioner.
Eric, you were asking Tom a question.
I was asking him how his week goes. How his week went. How's your week?
We're starting with me. Boy, long week. Lots of work. Long, short week. We did have Monday off here in
Long,
the
short week.
Yeah, in the Americas. But hit the ground running. Started a new sprint and just I'm pretty sure I'm cursed. Where like when we do our sprint stuff, we're doing our sprint planning, and I'll see tickets and I'll be like, yeah, that's a 2-point ticket, that's a 1-point ticket. And every time I'm grading a ticket like that, later on in the week, I pull up the ticket to go work on it, and there's some catastrophic problem that turns it into like a 10-point ticket.
Well, I don't know if I follow what the points are, but I'll shake my head.
Story points.
They're random based on what your group considers a point. There's no definition to a point.
That's really helpful.
It's an arbitrary measure of the difficulty of a ticket, and
the goal is after a few sprints, you kind of know how many points you can do in a sprint. And
right.
so
is there a scale?
You sort of set the scale. My company has like a 1 through 10, and it's like an exponential thing. So 2 1-point tickets do not equal a 2-point ticket. But my problem is for like the 5th sprint in a row, I've gotten something that's supposed to be small, and I start digging into it, and it's cursed. And I was talking.
That's what the planning. That's what your poker game is supposed to be about, is to figure out those caveats and before you get to the ticket.
I always think I do. I mean, like, that's what I mean by cursed. Like, it's not until I take it home that, grandparents start keeling over. It's you don't expect the totem to have that much power. And I was talking to my coworker today, and it was just like, yeah, I'm not sure what the deal is, but every time you touch a ticket, it explodes. And it's not my fault. It's the ticket itself is just.
Your coworker's like, I took a 10-point ticket and it took me like 30 minutes to do.
Absolutely. And I'm taking like 2-point tickets, and it requires a complete rewrite of the auth system. Like, come on. So that's been my week. 12 hours today to get my stuff out the door. It's been a long one. How about you, Eric? Since you've been so kind to lead with me, how was your week?
12-hour work days. That's just like normal, isn't it? What's up, man? That's not your normal day? No. Oh, mine continues to be just stress compounded by stress, with some enjoyment here and there. I got to kind of finalize one of the things I've been stressing about, but I'm still, unfortunately, it's not the house. The house is still that whole house process. I'm never selling a house again. It's great buying a house. Like, buying a house is easy. Like, you go somewhere, you see a house, you have money, you say, I will give you money for this house. They say, I like that, you can have the house. But selling a house, it's just such a pain in the ass, man. There's just so much you have to do. You have to so much paperwork to sign. Like there's been no transaction, and I spent a solid day and a half just signing paperwork. I don't know what I'm signing anymore.
Just trust me. Just sign this. You'll be okay.
I might have just given somebody my house at this stage. I don't even know anymore. So it's stressful, but I think we're getting near an end, at least an end for this house, because the realtor started showing it, and so we've already got offers happening, like offers lining up. So yes, things are moving pretty quick. Now we just have to find somewhere to live. That's actually a very challenging thing to do in Southern California right now.
The good news, though, is that the process of moving is very easy and not at all stressful.
That sarcasm.
So I'm not sure. Do you throw all your stuff away before you move? Is that what you do? Because
several times, yes, I have.
That's the only way to do it.
It's a good time to purge, isn't it?
Yeah. Get rid of all those stuffed elephants you have. No? We don't get rid of those?
Not
How are you, John? How was your week?
Let's see. How many times did I talk to a lawyer this week? A lot.
Things are really that bad with life.
Your probation's almost up. Is that it? Parole hearings?
Well, I talked to him today. No, yesterday, and he wants me to sign a prenup. I don't know what this is all about, but all of a sudden I'm signing a prenup. So yeah.
Somehow he's got a new house in El Cajon. Doesn't know how that happened.
But yes, very exciting week. Lots to announce. The hits keep on coming, as you said. The things in the PHP world seem to keep changing. Eric lost PHP 8.1 release manager.
Word that correctly. It was stolen from me. Okay, I didn't lose it. It was stolen. We all know that.
Eric got to take over, hostile takeover of PHP Roundtable.
Nobody's heard from Sammy since, have they?
No. Cal Evans stepped down from Voices of the Elephant, and Karate, is that how you say his last name? Is stepped up and is taking over.
Whoa! I didn't hear about this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Voices of the Elephant's changing hands. And that was.
I don't know how you didn't hear about it. Ben's been ranting about it in my PHP Roundtable channel.
So
I don't see it.
I think there's room for one more PHP change, and why don't we bring on a guest to discuss that?
Wait, we have a guest?
I think we have
Here, hold on, wait. Here. Somebody's knocking on the door.
Sound effects are top notch here. Come in.
Wait.
Hey, I know that guy.
Hello. This is not my usual podcast.
This is nice.
Welcome.
First ever neighborhood tonight, buddy.
Yeah, first ever guest on PHPUgly. I don't know why you would choose this one to come on to.
Completely not true.
100? What about episode
100% true.
Yeah, I forgot about 100.
I got roped into this half an hour ago. No, not quite.
Literally, we just took the ropes off about a half hour ago.
45 minutes ago. We're like, hey, come do this show with us.
Fine. You got something to announce or something?
Yeah, what's the story here? I'm not all the way filled in on this.
You're not? Well, you will be in a minute.
I think he's playing it up a little bit, but yeah.
I know.
Jesus
I got this.
Christ. Failure in every end of the
Come on, I've got a fresh bottle of Lagavulin here. I'm waiting to open. So,
ooh. All right, let's hear who's talking. Is it Eric or John
or Oscar?
Well, it's a risk conquest type thing, right? You're getting all your pieces in Australia and hunkering down.
Yeah, if you're watching the live feed, whoever's most important has the bigger video screen at the time. Just gonna as the talking continues, one person's gonna swarm out the others.
Oscar, how was your week? I'll start there.
Hectic. It has been for a couple months that way, and trying to get the next issue of the magazine out, which is why I'm up. I mean, it's only midnight here. But
what magazine is that?
PHP Architect, and
you're that Oscar,
and I'm the cause of why John's been talking to a lawyer, and it's not because of cease and desist or
not anymore,
a protective order of any kind.
So, for our listeners, what is your relationship with PHP Architect?
I've been the editor-in-chief and producer and owner since I've been doing editing and layouts for 5 years, and Musketeers Me, which is a company I founded with Eli White, Sandy Smith, and Kevin Bruce, we took over PHP Architect from the previous owners back in 2000. It was at the end of 2012. So I've been part of it since then, and I think my time with it has come to an end because I've been chatting with Eric and John to take over, and that's what we've been scrambling with for the past week.
We've actually been discussing this for a few years now. I know Eric and I brought it up at Tech 2-3 years ago, and I understand.
I think we talked about it at Wave as well, a little.
And I understand being a one-man band, it's tough to keep running all by yourself, right?
Right.
So, kind of.
It needs new stewards who can give it a good, loving home, and unfortunately, I picked you.
Okay, we can cut his feed now, Tom, any minute.
I was going to say, as long as you know, I'm fine.
For legal purposes, he said it on a public internet, so it's solid now. He can't back out.
That's true. We've signed the paperwork, and so now we're working on the transition.
We're super excited about this.
Yeah. I'm excited. I actually think it's in good hands. You guys are very jazzed to dive into it and serve the community through it, which is what's been the best part of the job for me. And I hope to see you guys take it much further.
I was going to say, Eric and I have been talking about it. I remember back in 2012, I started going to tech in 2010. And in 2012, when you guys made this announcement, I was so stoked for you guys. I'm like, I was just like, how does anybody do that? How does that work? Like, how do you take over the magazine, the conferences and everything? And here we are almost 10 years later. Like, wow. It's kind of comes full circle.
I think I shared this with you as well, Oscar, and I might have even spoken about it on this show, but it's ironic because that event that John's talking about, what was it called again? Codeworks. That was the first time John and I hung out. I think the user group was still fairly new, and we'd done a couple of user groups together. And
it was only a couple. I was only here for a couple months. Yeah,
we kind of started building a little bit of a friendship, and I don't even think I was helping him with the user group at the time. I was like kind of like I did you, Oscar. I kept bugging him every month. It's like, hey, you need some help? I can help you. But John had announced the Codeworks happening up in LA, and I think I was the only one that volunteered to go up there with him, and that was like the first time we had it. It's just ironic that it was a PHP Architect thing, and we just our friendship just continued to really build after that. It wasn't much longer after that we started Diego Dev, and it was fun. So this is like a full circle thing for us.
Yeah.
So how long until we rebranded as Ugly Architect, or does that happen right away?
That was actually one of the things written in the contract. There can be no ugly touching PHP Architect brand.
Damn it!
Unfortunately.
So he has listened to the podcast then.
Yeah.
Yes.
So for those in Discord that are asking, PHP Architect owns the PHP magazine brand, the book publishing, PHP Tech, PHP World, kind of all of those things under the PHP Architect umbrella.
And don't forget the podcast that you guys helped me start.
Oh yeah, the podcast.
PHP podcast.
So yes, we get the conferences too, and we are hoping to eventually bring those conferences back once we get through this pandemic crap.
So if you're not subscribed to PHP Architect, you want to go to phparch.com. Actually, phparch.com. I'll call it what the hell I want to call it.
That's what I call it. It's PHP Arch.
Right. He wants to call it PHP Arc.
Arc.
Well, and,
Yeah,
and to answer
That's
to answer
something
Ennis
open
Bucky's
and-
question, yes, every issue will be the Livewire special.
Bucky. Yes, Bucky. There may be an increase of Livewire articles. I don't know. See how much say I have in
This
it.
is the point where you ask Bucky to become the Livewire columnist. That's a pro tip from
Oh,
the
yeah,
current
yeah.
editor.
And Eric can be in the Vim corner that he can't get out of because he doesn't know how to quit the Vim corner.
Oh, I've already started mocking T-shirts up. One of them is Vim specific, so
Oh,
you'll see it.
no.
Oh yeah,
They're
Yeah,
actually
already
really,
working on
they're really good designs. I'm excited. This is how excited we are. Before the paperwork was signed, there's T-shirts being designed, ideas being thrown around. So we are looking to really take good care of PHP Architect and
Yeah.
all of its
Before-
properties.
Before paperwork was signed, Eric was sliding into my DMs asking about like how the magazine works and transition plans and stuff.
Oh, yeah, no,
I think that was like last Friday. I was like, hey, hold on a sec there. You haven't even sent me anything to review to at least put a ring on this.
Unfortunately, lawyers are slower than we are.
He did pee himself with excitement on the stream last week. So
Yeah, I was just trying to talk through how I wanted him to fire Joe Ferguson, but I don't know if that ever happened.
Okay. Another pro tip from the current editor: you probably don't want to antagonize the people who write for you each month. And
wait,
Oh,
so what
I'm the
happens-
wrong person for that.
So is it just me on the podcast now?
Yeah, that's
what
gonna
we
be that's
do.
gonna be in the author's contracts. You cannot listen to PHPUgly.
oh gosh.
There you go, Buttery. Buttery's got my first column. How to write Livewire components with Vim. That's awesome. Oh my goodness. The elephants march on. Oscar,
You
I've
want this
said it
guy,
several
right?
times.
Of
I
course.
want your house, your car. I want it all, man.
Well, yeah, he does need a house actually.
I'm going to need somewhere to live. Can I crash?
Let me run that by my wife.
Shoot.
Yeah,
Eric's
since you-
cuddly.
Remember the
Since
big
you,
guy in San Diego?
sign the contract. We're gonna go ahead and release your family. So we do appreciate that.
Finally.
I've said this several times on this show for sure, and I do want to reiterate it to you in person if I haven't said it to you to your face. I feel like, and I feel like for a long time, you're one of the most underappreciated people in the PHP community. There are the people who know what you do and how hard you work, and we appreciate it. And I don't think you get enough recognition outside that circle. Why I decided to take on that role, I'm still trying to figure out. But you've done such a fantastic job, and I just want you to know that PHP Architect was something I was reading before I was a professional developer. I mean, way back in the day when I was managing servers, I still had a PHP Architect subscription, and it's really helped me through my career. And to know small part of that, what you've done with it, I think I've expressed to you several times, just the artwork alone, the thought you put into the layout, the articles you put in there. It's been fantastic. And I am sorry to see you step away, but I am so appreciative of what you've done and what you've accomplished with it. And I can definitely see where you have a well-deserved break from that. But thanks, man. I mean, just thanks from everybody in the community. Thank you so much for what you've done.
Yeah.
And
Thank
you for giving us
I
an
don't know how
opportunity.
to respond to that. It means a lot that you say that, but I'm not someone who really seeks out the limelight too readily. That's probably, I don't mind. I don't feel underappreciated. PHP Architect over the last 8 years, almost 9, has made given me great experiences. I've got to meet people from all over the country and world, like you guys, and work with Beth, Tucker Long for a while. Go on cruise with like Cal Evans and Joe Ferguson and a bunch of other people back when we did that. So I hope it'll treat you guys just as well as it did me.
Thank you. We're looking forward to it.
We'll take care of it. Whenever you want to contribute an article, you just let me know.
Yeah, we should
pay
chat,
the decided on fee.
I thought I was gonna keep doing puzzles. Oh,
There you go. That works.
I mean, I can have the person who does puzzles continue to do puzzles. Unless Sherry wants it back if she's listening.
Well, that veil has been lifted. Great. You're fired.
I have to apologize. He power trips a little bit.
I gotta get suspenders like Jonah Jason there. What's the Spider-Man editor guy called?
J. Jonah Jameson.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's meant for you to not be able to pronounce.
Actually, we don't even know what our roles are. John and I have been so excited about this. We haven't even really talked about like individual roles yet. So I don't know what we're doing.
We're still in the transition phase. Like paperwork signed. Now we have to do everything else to fully transition everything, and there's still so much work to be done.
Yep.
We'll get there.
October 1st is the official handoff. You'll hit the ground running. It's not as bad as you think it is. There's a lot to do, but you can handle it.
Yeah, Eric, you can handle it. That's what he said. That's what I heard. I heard it loud and clear.
Yeah. All right. So we need to have a new PHPUgly Patreon level for a PHP Architect subscription.
Yeah.
Jeez. Watch, the whole system can eat itself like a snake, so that Diego Dev into PHPUgly into PHP Architect and back.
Hey, don't forget about PHP Roundtable in there somewhere. So
right.
Got to round it out nicely.
It's a beautiful tax black hole.
Shh, don't reveal our secrets.
What's next on
PHPUgly's advertising budget is huge this year.
Or are you asking
all in Bitcoin?
I was just going to jokingly ask what your next acquisition target is.
Oh boy,
I'm not sure what's left.
Whatever's free, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, Eric's
Roundtable was a good phrase.
Eric's going to need a good donor heart with the amount of things he's working on right now.
Actually, whoever can offer me a nice couch to sleep on, then that'll be it.
Eric, for our prenup, we got to figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
when
the stress takes over, what happens?
Yeah, exactly. Oh man! All right, that's it. That's the show. I got nothing else to talk about. That's all.
That was the build up right there.
I can sense the relief about holding that news.
Like, what was it? Just a few hours ago, you're like, let's not talk about it tonight. I'm like, I just tweeted this out.
No, I'm very much in magazine heads down. I was like, can I just work on the magazine? But no, I understand the excitement, and I didn't want to.
Well, thank you for staying up late with us. Yeah, thank you for staying up late and helping us share the news.
Sure,
you're more than welcome to hang out if you want. But we know it's late there. It's 12:30 for you.
It's 12:30. I've been up this is kind of early for me, but I've been staying up till like 2, 3 the last couple days, and it's starting to catch up with me. And then I wake up and I see that you're up like almost East Coast time, Eric, and I'm starting to worry. if you're sleeping at all.
I don't think he is. He's editing the podcast the night of now, and then I see comments on Twitter till like 4 a.m.
I am. I have my sleep actually recorded now. It's actually a health thing that I have to do. So I am getting the proper amount of sleep. I can assure everybody.
Literally,
it's just typically recorded. when I'm charging clients, they just don't know it.
It's broken up into 60 times a day, so it's 8 hours, but it's like a cat.
I actually like working with you, Oscar, because I'll get like responses. It'll be like 4 o'clock in the morning for me, and I'll send something out and get a response. Like, oh, cool. There's somebody to talk to.
I'm sitting here getting my first coffee of the day, and Eric's already pinging me. I'm like, dude, what time is it over there?
And I put myself out there to be available for any questions he has, and never.
Ouch.
What are you talking? I ping you all the time, Thomas. I ping you before I ping John. What do you mean?
No, when it's about showing off something on the podcast, you'll ping me about getting it set up and showing it off. But
yeah, he never does that with me.
So to be absolutely fair, I was excited to announce this. I think John was more excited. To be completely honest, because last week I was like, you know what? Let's just like you teased it. Let's just not talk about it anymore. Let's just not even reference it. Let's just let it happen and see what happens. Yeah, that lasted all of about 30 minutes.
Well, and you guys ended up telling me about it last week after the show, which normally with your big secrets you can hold it in, but you guys crumpled pretty fast.
Yeah, this one was hard to hold in.
Definitely been an exciting month or whatever it's been.
Yeah, the last big secret
since we started talking seriously about it.
When we spent 4 weeks where Eric was hyping up some project that he was working on, and I can't even remember what it was.
PHP Roundtable, you dick!
Oh, that's right.
It's like somebody was in their Discord. That's discord.phpugly.com. Somebody was in their Discord. They're like, hey, I think I'm on the podcast where you revealed the big secret. I'm like, oh, yeah, you probably know what it is now. He goes, no, I haven't heard. I can't, don't spoil it. I can't wait to hear it. And then about 45 minutes later, they type in, is that it? Hey, you're banned.
You should see our Discord ban list. He bans everybody at the drive. Like, you say anything he doesn't like, banned.
I picked up a ban.
Them. Yeah. Thomas actually did pick up a pretty big ban for a while. I didn't even realize I had banned him. I just that felt bad about that one. Not too bad. I'm actually over it. I'm actually feeling much better about it now. So yeah, PHP. So if you're interested in contributing to PHP Architect, there is a nice little link you can go to on the website and submit your ideas.
Actually, I just peeked. A. Woods I hooked him into writing an article. I see him lurking in the PHP.
I am actually. There's a possibility I am actually going to meet A. Woods. I'm not going to reveal too much about it, but A. Woods, there's a possibility our paths may cross in the very near future.
Yeah, cool.
So I'm very excited about that.
Everything is so cryptic with you.
Well, because I don't know. I don't want to share A. Woods' plans and everything that they're doing without permission. There's a chance there might be a chance I can meet him and we may meet.
Let's just say he's buying a house.
And he has a business to sell. What?
Too subtle. All right.
Yes.
Well, we do have a bill to pay.
Yep.
Thanks to Honey Badger.
Honey Badger transforms you into a DevOps hero by combining error, uptime, and cron monitoring into a single easy-to-use platform. Stop wasting your time tailing logs and deploy with Swagger. Visit honeybadger.io today to level up.
You said leave my computer on so I don't sabotage the recording, right?
Thank you, Honey Badger.
Thank you, Honey Badger.
Yes, leave your computer on.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being with us, Oscar.
Oscar, thanks for hanging out with us.
Yes.
Oddly enough, I never got invited to the PHP Architect podcast stuff, so this is my first time talking to you on the podcast.
Oh, yeah. But you haven't written for the magazine either.
That's true.
It's calm.
Yet. Although I do know some people.
Yeah.
I have pictures.
Oh gosh.
They deleted themselves. It was terrible.
All right, Oscar. Good night. Thank you so much.
Good night. I'll probably talk to you in like 3 hours.
Bye.
See ya.
See ya. All right. Well, that
was exciting.
Very exciting.
Don't even know where to go from there.
You're gonna take over Hacktoberfest next, right?
Of course.
That's the big buy up from DigitalOcean.
No, we're buying DigitalOcean.
Oh
yeah.
I had a whole thing.
Small. We think big.
Hacktoberfest is back, baby. It's that time of year again where the heat is unseasonably hot, which is now seasonably hot, and Hacktoberfest is ramping up and explicitly excluding us from their qualifying Git repos. I'm very excited.
I think the fact that we helped them cheat that 1 year, we just pissed somebody off. So.
Oh yeah, no, they don't name us, but in the getting started section, there is a, by the way, we're pruning repos now, and you can't just have a readme.md file.
Oh man.
Well, it is Hacktoberfest, right? Aren't you supposed to hack it?
Yes. Yeah, we've seen many repositories that encourage participants to make simple pull requests, such as adding their name to a file to quickly gain a pull request towards winning. While this may be a learning tool for new contributors, it goes against one of our core values for Hacktoberfest.
Oh, now we have values. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
sorry about that.
It's always good to inspire someone to become a better person.
Are you planning on participating this year?
You know, I'm always planning on participating, and it always comes down to just not having enough time. And I figure now that I'm working more than ever, I shouldn't commit myself to it as readily as I normally do. But
yeah, we need you to write some articles, man.
I would like to. I would like to participate as always.
The hard part for me, I participate in open source when selfishly it benefits me. I need something fixed or working, or I'm using some library and I see something that could be fixed, but it's never like, oh, let me go find something to work on, because I got plenty of that on my own to, like, if I need to fix something, it's going to be my code, which is always broken.
I'm interested to see if Laravel is participating, because I do have a PR for Laravel.
I'm sure they are. I can't imagine they're not.
And I'm wondering if I can get a PR written, published, and released within a single week. I think I can.
I thought Laravel was all about a day.
Maybe you haven't met. What is the guy? Not Taylor, the one who's always closing PRs.
Isn't that Nuno
for the Laravel?
Yeah,
no, it's not Nuno. No, it's not Nuno. It's the young kid. They really stirred up a lot of controversy a few years back. Graham. Wasn't Graham the one, like, he was closing like just PRs and people were getting frustrated, or which again, I can't speak to it. I mean, I couldn't imagine running a project the size of Laravel and the PRs that are coming in. But I do remember a few years back, there was a lot of, it felt like hostility building up towards Graham. And I'm pretty sure Graham is still very, very involved with everything. So I'm assuming they got everything worked out.
I think I might remember the ticket you're talking about where it was clearly a bug fix, but he was insisting that it was behaving as expected.
Yeah. So that's where I was going with that joke, but nobody remembers it. So I guess it's not that important.
Well,
I can't piss Taylor off too much. We have a roundtable tomorrow, so I got to be appreciative. If you happen to be around 11 a.m. Pacific time, PHP roundtable, we have Matt Stauffer, Eric Barnes, who I'm very excited to talk to. Not that I'm not excited to talk to Matt and Taylor. Taylor Otwell will be on as well. I enjoy Eric a lot. Eric Barnes was one of the first people to I had met him at a previous conference, and he already had Laravel news going, kind of a big to do within the Laravel community. So I was very excited to meet him. And the next year, he's we're at Laracon again, and I see him, and I don't want to bother him again. I'm like, okay, I've met him. I don't want to be that guy. Hey, do you remember me from last year? And I see him, and he comes over and sits at the table with me. He sits there, and I'm working on something at the time. And I look up, and he's staring at me. I'm like, hey, he goes, hey man, you remember me? I'm like, you fucking kidding me? Of course I remember you. You're Eric Barnes. How would I not remember you? He goes, oh, okay. I wasn't sure. You weren't saying hi. I'm like, no, I just don't say hi to people.
It's true. He doesn't.
So I from that moment on, I'm like, that was super cool of that guy to do that. So I've been a fan, and I make it a point. Every Laracon, I would obviously get a picture taken with Taylor Otwell, but I would also search out Eric Barnes and make sure I got a picture taken with Eric Barnes every year. So yeah, I like Eric a lot.
That's one thing you're really good at when you go to conferences, is that whole taking pictures with people and trying to do it year after year.
Yeah, it's I enjoy it. Yeah. We do have not a correction to make, but a listener, a listener, who goes by Mike113 on Twitter. That's MYKE. I assume that's pronounced Mike, MYKE 113. Hit us up on our DMs to let us know. We were talking about a fairly sensitive topic. I guess it was last week. About discussing your salary, and some employers discourage it, and others, union shops, everybody knows what everybody makes. We had a little back and forth on Twitter, and he's like, not only is it okay for you to discuss your salary, employers cannot legally allow you, not legally say you can't discuss your salary. So basically, you're protected about discussing your salary. And I guess we weren't very clear about that on the show last week, that, hey, yes, you can discuss your salary. You can't be fired for it. Technically, you can't be fired for it. So
you can't be punished in any way, and even the perception of being punished for it is extremely illegal.
Right. So you just wanted to make sure that we made that clear, because I guess we didn't really make it clear when we talked about it.
That's what Labor Day was all about.
Point. Exactly. Yeah.
I was very excited watching my extremely anti-union friends on Facebook celebrating Labor Day and explaining to them who was in charge of making that a federal holiday. Turns out it was the unions.
Damn, is that it's the unions that are why we have to pay out holiday pay on Labor Day? Damn unions.
Yeah, absolutely. It actually,
I knew I never
I
liked
will.
them.
I will one up you even further. I believe it was a communist thing. I believe it was like a very, very anti-capitalist group that was pushing to get it federalized.
Really?
So, just in case we need a correction to have in the show next week.
So I do have some good news. Do you guys want to hear good news?
More good news. I don't know if I can handle it.
Go, John. You have
Yes.
something?
No, I want to hear this good news. I was thinking the same thing Tom said. Like, this whole show's been good news.
We're just giddy with good news. Maybe that's the show title. Giddy with good news. Maybe toss that in there. Title: Giddy good news. Tom, now actually might be a good time to run our Patreon supporters because the good news involves them.
Ah, that good news.
Patreon.
Patreon. So John messaged me and he says, "Hey, how often do you check the PO box?" I'm like, I don't know, once a month, once every couple of months. We rarely get anything.
This was a
sent
few
to
days
us.
ago that I asked him that. I was trying to hint, like, how often do you check?
So then today he's like, "Can you go check our PO box?" I'm like, "Why?
You
What's
check
wrong
my
with you?"
fucking box.
And
It's like 2 minutes from his house. It's 20 minutes from mine, and I don't have a key.
Yeah, that'll cause problems.
by design. Yeah. So he asked me to go check it, and he lets me know. He's like, "I sent out our Patreon rewards a while back, and I just heard from somebody, and they haven't gotten theirs yet, and they should have." I'm like, "All right, I'll go check it." So I go check it, and we only have like one of these like really small little mailboxes. So I mean, it's good enough for like some postcards and stuff, but nothing big. So I go check it. It's the typical stuff, a bunch of junk mail, a few legal notices. I don't know what they said. They're not really that important.
Little cease and desists.
A couple of them.
The usual.
And there was a key in there. I'm like, "Oh, this is intriguing." I'm like, "There's a key in my P.O. box. What the hell?" So I walked, because I've never had a key before. I guess this is a regular thing. If you're a P.O. box person, you
Okay,
know
so
what it's for.
I'm glad you figured out quickly what it was for, because you didn't just take it home and be like, I wonder what this is all about.
I have this key now. What should I do with it?
There must be a hint somewhere.
So I go around to the friend. I'm like, "Hey, somebody put a key. Hey, somebody put a key in my P.O. box over here. What the hell?" And the lady was funny. She goes, "Oh, you got a special key." I'm like, "What?"
Did you really?
Yeah.
You going to the chocolate factory?
I'm like, you're completely locking me out or something. What's going on here? Do I have to swallow this key if I want to get free or something? So it turns out the key is to a bigger box. It means that there was something delivered to us that didn't fit in our little mailbox. So I go there, and sure enough, there is a stack of PHPUgly envelopes in there. I'm like, "Crap." She goes, "It looks like you didn't put enough postage on it." I'm like, "No, listen, lady, I know how to do this. It was my work wife who did it wrong. God damn it."
All right. In my defense, I packed all the stuff into the envelope. I put it on the scale. It said 2 ounces. I'm like, okay. I put
First,
in
he brushed all the cocaine off the scale before he did it.
Yeah. Of course. That adds weight. You got to get that off of there. Open up my stamps.com account. Okay, these are all going to be 2 ounces. Bring in everybody's address, print out all the labels, put the label on the package with tape over the label. It's now over 2 ounces. I'm like, are they really going to catch like 0.2 ounces? Yeah, they're going to catch that.
So
go through and reprint it all.
That's why they make those damn labels so heavy. Pay for themselves.
You should use lighter ink next time. Maybe that's what you should do.
Jesus.
So the good news is, I take it. The lady was nice enough to take it up front and paid for the additional postage, and everything is on its way as of today. So if you are getting Patreon rewards, that's patreon.com/PHPUgly. If you are due a Patreon reward, you should be getting it.
I do have to say, I am glad to hear that you're improving on your ability to deliver physical goods, given the news recently. My first thought was, if they announce the magazine next week, I better not bring up that they can't get anything into the mail for a year.
Oh man.
No, that's all taken care of by like a fulfillment company, isn't it? I'm curious about this.
Actually, we don't know. Oscar won't tell us anything. He's just going to bail on us, and we're going to have to just dig through the rubbish.
He's dragging his feet up until October 1st. We keep asking questions like, yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to it. So yeah, we'll get all that figured out.
Yeah, I imagine that there's going to be a lot of magazine talk on the podcast in the next year.
Absolutely. And if you're in our Discord, that's discord.phpugly.com. If you're in our Discord, that is the Oscar in our Discord. So be sure to ping him and tell him what a terrible mistake he's made. And make sure you say thank you to all the work he's done.
So to all of our listeners in Japan, right at noon, ping him and tell him what a great job he's done. Make sure he gets those bright and early late night messages.
I mean, that's it. I have nothing else to. You don't understand. It's been the house and the magazine has been my focus all week. I feel so bad for my billable clients because it's been like an hour here, hour there, and then like realtors coming. We got lawyers for the magazine. We got to review papers, and
they've had to do everything through John lately, and it's never been smoother.
Oh, absolutely. What? Hey, I'm not even joking. If I didn't have John, none of this would be happening right now. I will say that for the public record.
I would go the other way. If it weren't for you, none of it would be happening.
So
John definitely handles all this.
In the divorce, the conversation about who gets the magazine is he gets the magazine. No, he gets the magazine.
No, we'll divide all that up. We won't even be an issue. It'll be you. We'll be no, John. You can have Tom. No. You take Tom. I'll take him on holidays. No, I can't. You can have him. I'll pick him up on the weekends.
I've already got him every Thursday. I've come up with what I think is either the best interviewing process for coders or the worst.
I want to hear.
Oh, do tell.
This is fundamentally to replace the can you code a blog type coder tests, because those things, they take forever. They're a pain in the ass for everyone involved. And really it just shows that you can pull up Stack Overflow. So I am officially replacing this process for interviewing candidates with explanations of why the joke is funny on Programmer Humor.
That's not a terrible approach.
Pull jokes from the Programmer Humor subreddit and increasing in difficulty, because I was on there today and there was a C++ joke I didn't get. Didn't get it. And it was massively upvoted by, I assume, people who got the joke. So I figure if I can start off with like a
tables.
WordPress bad, a little Bobby tables type stuff, and then like work my way up to like and then he asked for a nested tree algorithm. And like just show him the picture and say, now, why is this supposed to be funny?
Dude, that you might be on to something. That might be a conference talk right there.
Because if you can explain the joke, you have to fundamentally you have to understand the topic. And the jokes are like absolutely these niche little knowledge things that you're guaranteed to run into in real life programming, but not in school. Right?
That's hilarious. Yeah.
So,
I like that.
99 bug fixes on the wall, 99 bug fixes. Take one down, pass it around, 101 bug fixes on the wall. Like, or like QA programmer goes into a bar, or QA engineer goes into a bar, orders an alligator, 3 beers, 2 beers, -1 beer, null beers. The bartender says, I need a positive number of beers. So he orders 1 beer, asks where the bathroom is, and the restaurant explodes. That kind of stuff, and just with the absolute humorless straight face. Why is this funny? All of the entertainment of having someone explain a joke to you. I think it's a real time saver.
I'm stealing that. That's great.
100%.
It is, it is a test of niche knowledge. The humor is subjective, and they could totally miss it. Like, I'm very happy with this idea. I have an interview tomorrow.
Are you really going
to use it? Please use it.
I haven't told my boss.
I'm not saying it. It doesn't matter, and it will impress the hell out of them. I can guarantee you.
And record it.
and record it, and then put it on Reddit.
You could blur their face, modulate their voice.
I'd be more interested in blurring my face.
Maybe that weak arm is busted. I can't keep it up. Look at this. I'm having performance issues. It's just dropping. Oh man.
Time to tighten the screw.
Yeah.
Yeah, or untighten it and throw it in a box and never take it out of storage again.
Got too much stuff. Apparently, we're getting a bunch of stuff to put in our storage. We have Diego Dev has a storage unit because when we closed our offices, I had too much crap. Honestly, I had too much crap in the office. I didn't want to bring it back home, so we ended up getting a storage bin.
We still have desks and everything in there, don't we?
No desk. We have monitors. We have a few monitors in there. That's the biggest.
Is there room in there? I don't know why we're having this discussion right now. Oh, I got stuff I need to put in there.
Well, yeah, I might have stashed some stuff out of the house for so the house looks empty in there temporarily. So I do need to move, but there is room. There's definitely room in there. And remember, we're getting our shipments from our acquisitions.
We have a lot of PHP Architect stuff coming to us, including banners for PHP Tech and PHP World, which may go up in my office.
So
those things are huge. Are you kidding me? They can blanket the side of your house. What are you talking about?
I have questions about the conferences.
What about them?
Because I remember hearing at one point, I'm never doing a conference again. Between sobbing.
No, I don't think we ever said we were never doing it again, but we weren't doing it the same way we did it last time. It was going to be a while before we tried taking it on again.
So it is for real on your list. You are considering revitalizing conference times.
Well,
absolutely.
Well, tech to me is like an institution. Like it made such a difference in my life. Like I wouldn't be in California right now if it weren't for tech.
So that was the best part about last podcast was when you guys asked me my opinion on conferences before telling me that you had bought a conference. And then I was like, no, the conference scene is dead. It'll never happen. The whole thing is dead. Programming's a joke now. I don't even think people take it seriously.
I even tried to lead you into it.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, but what about the big ones? Like, I don't know. What is the one? PHP Tech. What about that one?
Yeah.
No, that's dead.
Yeah. Now ask my opinion on print media.
As he takes this.
Sorry, Eric. I saw that happening.
Oh my god! I feel we've made a terrible mistake here, John.
In all seriousness, tech made such a difference in my life that I want to continue that. I don't want to see it go away. Unfortunately, obviously, it has for a couple of years in the state of the world.
To no fault of anybody, it was a pandemic thing. It's not like it went away because
continued on.
Yeah.
Well, until we find out who this COVID guy is, then we can blame it on him.
Mm-hmm. So to answer your question, we very much have it in the pipeline. The question is, when is the right time? When will the finances be there to do it? But yeah, it's very much in the pipeline.
Which hotel in Vegas is the big question? Do you go big and flashy like Paris at Las Vegas, or do you go?
I've always been partial to Mandalay Bay.
You guys all about the Vegas thing. Has tech ever been in Vegas? It's never been in Vegas, has it?
No.
It's never been west of Chicago. Or no, St. Louis. It was in St. Louis.
But that's the thing. It make it a destination, a vacation place people constantly think about.
We tried that with Wave PHP.
Wow.
Don't even use that. Don't use that phrase with us. God damn it.
You don't get much better destination than San Diego.
And that's true. Funny thing is, before Wave PHP, I tried. So for years, I'm known for years for trying to convince Taylor to have a Laracon out here. Like it was almost a meme. Like every year I would try to beg Taylor to consider San Diego. And one year he did.
It was a meme. I put it on Programmer Humor. Explain to me why this is funny.
Why is this funny?
It's called Schadenfreude.
He reached out to me. He's like, "Hey, can you give me some ideas of places?" And he just couldn't find a venue to his liking. But before we started Wave PHP, we were reaching out to PHP Tech and talking about, would it make sense to have a PHP Tech West? And eventually they were like, no, that doesn't really make sense. And then we were saying, well, would you can you help us run our conference out here? And initially they were considering it, and then they're like, we really don't have the bandwidth for that. So you're kind of, if you want to do a local conference, you're kind of on your own. And unfortunately, we contributed to that whole local conference thing.
Yeah.
Colorado Springs has some great venues. It's got a nice airport that's just finished renovations.
I tell you what, man, my favorite conferences to this day was Laracon in Louisville. So I'm down for the small venues where people can walk around and do things. I'm down for that.
You caught a AAA league game like every day in Louisville.
It's walking distance. Everything is walking distance. Yeah.
I know you've raved about Laracon ever since then, and I've been to 2 after that, and both of them were like, I wasn't. I think you built up my expectations so high for Laracon that when I went to them, I was so let down. I was like, I just didn't get it.
You went to New York. Did you go to another one?
You went to Chicago?
Maybe it was just New York.
That first year you went to New York, it was rough, man. That venue, my God, it was so uncomfortable.
I thought you both went to the one that was at the aquarium that had no Wi-Fi coverage.
No, it was at the Chicago one. Wasn't an aquarium. It was just a museum. That was
aquarium.
just
Wasn't that Atlanta?
Oh, that was one that got canceled for COVID. Actually, yeah.
Oh,
That one didn't. That you're right. That was an aquarium one. Yeah, the Chicago one was. It was funny because the Chicago one was after New York, and I had kind of gotten disenfranchised with that conference at that point, and I was not going to the Chicago one. And literally the day before, my good friends up in Canada reached out to me. My buddy in Vancouver reached out to me and said, "Hey, Shawn." Yeah, I wasn't going to use his name, but sure, Shawn.
He has
said
a podcast.
that
He's not afraid of having his name out there.
Said, "Hey, I have an extra ticket for Laricon." He's like, "Can you get to Chicago tomorrow?" And it was just like one of these things where everything just lined up. I mentioned to the wife, I'm like, "Hey, how upset would you be if I flew to Chicago?" She goes, "I don't care. I'm working this week." I'm like, "All right, John, I'm going to Chicago." He's like, "Okay, bye." It was like the best trip because like I flew out the next day, and I got in an Uber and went to the Wrigley Field, caught a Cubs game, and then came back. And the conference at that whatever that museum was, I forget what it was called, but it was what I mean. Internet was horrible, but the place was fantastic. It's still one of my favorite. Like, I want to go there on vacation. I want to go to not so much for the conference, but I want to go to that museum again. Go have that experience in Chicago. I really enjoyed Chicago. I'd been to Chicago a couple times with John for PHP Tech, but it was like a hotel by the airport. And like one year we went downtown, which was fun. I actually went downtown with your boss, Tom. He took us downtown. Yeah.
No, I heard stories about that.
that was fun, but like like those trips, it was for the conference. Like the conference was the focal point, and I guess the way it should be for a conference, right? But like it wasn't so much about, hey, let's go. These things are around the conference to do after the conference. But yeah, that Chicago one was like that. I enjoyed it very much.
Yeah, and it wasn't was it the Louisville one that had that tourist trap neon dome right next to the hotel?
Yes.
Yeah, that was. As long as you went the opposite direction of that thing, you were headed somewhere interesting. But boy, I've never seen an Applebee's think so highly of itself.
Were you with us that year? We ended up at that rooftop bar.
No.
It must have been.
That was just Louisville. Was the one I went to with you.
Well, I've been to Louisville a couple times for Laricon. Laricon was at Louisville like 2 years in a row or 3 years in a row. I don't remember. I think it was just 2 years in a row. And one year, we met up with. I ended up going with actually somebody who became a DAODev employee and then later on went on to work for Titan. I actually met up with him last night.
I saw that. That was very cool.
Yeah. So
I couldn't remember his name when I saw the picture.
I think it was Barry. I don't remember Barry or something.
Jesus.
What are you saying, you racist, John?
That joke doesn't make sense without context.
I don't want to go any deeper. But it was one of these nights where it was after the conference. It was late. I tried what's it called? Fried chicken and waffles for the first time. And I'm like, this is like, how have I not eaten this before?
Yeah,
this is
at the
fantastic.
hotel?
Yeah.
It was amazing.
And then we ended up like strolling around downtown Louisville, and like somehow we ended up at the top of this building. There was a big bar, and like we stood out like sore thumbs. Like we're like these geeks, and it's like this hip, trendy young person rooftop bar scene going on. And by this time, there's like 4 or 6 of us. Like we'd all found each other, and we're all just sitting up there drinking. It was fun, man. Good times.
Yeah.
Go to conferences.
I could just see Eric walking up to the doorman and go, yeah, I'm with the programming conference.
That's right, baby.
Would be on your list.
Man. All right. Where are we at on time? Are we good?
I think we're out of content. I mean, Eric looks spent and a little pale.
Right. I still got scotch, so I still got enough scotch to edit the recording. We're okay.
You have a
Hope we
whole
got
bottle,
titles.
I happen to know. I do have a title. I suggested the best title, and if you don't use it, I'll be very upset.
Okay. I'll have to go back and look because I wasn't tracking them.
Yeah, I'm sure you're gonna love that one. Just use it, you'll be happy.
All right, is that it? Are we wrapping up?
We're wrapping up. That was an exciting announcement.
Oh my god!
I am spent.
Oh my god! I feel like such an asshole.
Well,
Frank just pointed out
that way for a long time.
Oh yeah.
Frank just pointed out we didn't talk about modernizing legacy apps, which we literally promised someone in Discord we would do on this episode.
I promised, but then we ended up talking about it in the channel a little bit.
Yeah. I was not part of that conversation.
No, you're not a you're legacy app modernizer. I mean, I'm not sure that John is either, but
no, John is. John's the king of it.
Yeah, he's just talking about Picasso 88 in Discord brought up bringing up handling legacy code, especially handling PHP versions. And we went back and forth in Discord about it. And Joe Ferguson actually chimed in saying you can actually make an entire living off of modernizing legacy applications.
Yeah.
What shocked me was
100,000 a year and a copy of Shift.
They're not on Laravel if it's PHP 3 for crying out loud.
Shift is not Laravel specific anymore. I'm telling you. I pulled up the workbench and it does searches for non-Laravel stuff.
Do you think it goes from PHP 3 to PHP 8?
It gets close. It does have
migrations. It doesn't go to PHP 3. Stop it.
It has migrations for 5.2 to 5.4.
Does it really?
Yeah, it has some legacy stuff in it.
That actually shocks me.
Yeah,
a lot. So Picasso 88, you just got your first idea, Shift.
Yeah. Laravel Shift Workbench has a bunch of free stuff on it.
No, they said they have PHP 3 files in their repo, so I'm shocked. Are they actually?
I would assume that that's a template file, like just a rendered template, and not actual code.
Yeah.
I mean, could you even code at that point with 3? Because I got in right after the release of 4, so that was.
Yeah, that's kind of where I came into.
Yeah. 3 at that point, 3 was just like a HTML assistant language.
Yeah. Well, he did say that they've upgraded to 5.6, but they ran into some performance issues, which kind of shocks me to a point. But going from 5.6,
I'm not
I don't
too
remember
surprised
that
because
upgrade.
You can do stuff in object-oriented programming that will greatly impact performance if you do it wrong. I'm guessing that that's what happened, is that they went to object-oriented from functional and it shit the bed.
It depends. 4 had objects.
4 had quote-unquote objects.
Right, but if you took your code base from 4 to 5, your code still worked.
Yeah, but the problem remember everything
issues.
was globals in 4. So you couldn't even do non-registered globals stuff. I
think that was still an option in PHP INI.
I believe 5 was the first time that it became optional. Registered globals became optional.
Really?
Maybe I'm wrong. We'll save that correction for next week, but
you said we did need a correction.
At the time, even if it was optional, you didn't turn it off. You were taught to use global variables. So you can create
days. It was so easy.
No. You kidding me? Task me with writing what I currently have in PHP 4 and I quit.
Right? That's I was just thinking that the other day. It's like I couldn't write the stuff I write today.
No way.
I don't think I could write the stuff I write today in PHP 4.
Well, not even practically, because your encryption stuff is not even there.
Yeah.
But just as a practice, writing functional instead of object oriented, I would get so upset so fast and just throw in the towel.
There's a difference between functional. You're thinking procedural, not functional.
Whatever it is, it's wrong.
I just want to state for the record that there's a difference between procedural and functional, because there's this big push towards functional coding and how you can do functional programming in PHP.
Yeah, that's also wrong.
No, it's not. Stop it.
I think it is.
Not according to articles in PHP Architect, Tom. I'm just saying, maybe you should get a subscription.
Okay. You know,
Sounds
editing
like
this
Editing this
podcast.
Oh!
Editing this podcast is going to get a lot harder for you, because you're going to have to cut out all of the criticism I have that accidentally coincide with some article that's coming out next month.
Or sponsor, yeah.
DigitalOcean, they're horrible.
We do not endorse Tom's opinions on the show, DigitalOcean. Please sponsor us.
I was a little surprised that I wasn't uninvited from this episode of the podcast.
Tom is always surprised when he logs in and sees John and I here. He's like, "Oh, good, I'm still doing this."
Well, for like the first 2 years, I was paranoid every time. I was hitting you guys up a couple hours beforehand. Didn't know if you guys were going to make it.
Are we still doing this tonight? Well, in your defense, at the time, I missed probably half or 3/4 of the episodes.
Yeah,
like the first year and a half, probably.
Yeah.
I was going to say 4, but we'll go 1.5 years.
Yeah, that heart condition really turned you into old reliable.
This is how I lower my blood pressure during the show.
I know you're lying.
Terrifying. Kevin,
right.
Kevin in Discord. Before we move on, since we took the time to address Picasso 88 stuff.
Picasso? Just Picasso.
Kevin in Discord.
Where'd you get an EO in there?
I am ashamed to admit it. Not ashamed to admit it. I don't care, actually. I've never used Kubernetes, so I couldn't tell you what the benefits of Kubernetes. I take it from what I've heard. It's the I don't know, like the organization and deployment of the containers is a little better through Kubernetes than using straight Docker, but I don't use Kubernetes. I haven't gotten to the point where I need it yet. And it's part of DigitalOcean's, who we love DigitalOcean. DigitalOcean actually offers Kubernetes, and I've never taken the time to learn it. So I can't tell you what the advantages are of Kubernetes over Docker.
The sad part is I can't either, and Foamburner's using it for all of their CI now. So
really? I didn't know that.
As you push a PR up, Jenkins spins up a Kubernetes cluster to handle everything. Like runs your entire CI.
So to
make sure it's good.
The big comparison that's often made is Kubernetes versus Docker, but that's not the accurate comparison. It's Kubernetes versus Docker Swarm. And Kubernetes is somewhat considered a more mature enterprise level or enterprise scale orchestration platform for managing clustered container environments. So it's sort of one level above what Docker is doing in the virtualization market.
But Kubernetes, from what I understand, there's so many knobs you can turn, so many like adjustments you can make that it can be overwhelming.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But that's enterprise for you, you know. Kubernetes, managing Kubernetes systems is a full-time operations job, whereas Docker can be easier.
I foresee some future PHP architect PHP Magazine articles around this. Just saying.
Well, I'm interviewing the interview I have coming up is a K8S Kubernetes expert.
I've seen your interviewing process. It's a joke. Okay, that's going to do it. I'm going to pull the plug on it. Episode 253 is in the books. I'm Eric.
I'm excited, John. I don't know why I threw that in there.
I'm excited, Tom. Keep it ugly.
I feel so dirty.
1, 2, 1, 2. Coming off the top, y'all know how we do. Listen, I'ma drop a freestyle you can cherish. I'ma send a shout out to the host named Eric. Yo, he's never.
I don't think Darling Data. I don't think we're logging out for another few minutes here.
I'm about to break it down.
Oh, I want. If you're watching us live, hang out for a little bit. I'm going to start posting.
Unlike my freestyles, which caused a riot, I'm about to do
it. You can hear us, right?
You're below the rap by quite a bit.
PHP, the
Oh,
ugly.
they can hear us
on this
It's
scene.
not professional.
They can hear us,
but I'm
like,
about to come through and bless it
that
with
we're
style.
talking.
So let's do it when I'm spitting out perfume.
But they can understand
the segment
us.
of the
Yeah,
show
not-
is
not
called
very
Doom
clear.
and
Which is
Gloom
pretty
and
much like the regular
Thomas.
podcast.
Yeah,
It's
can
just-
nobody go
they hear
beyond
us
this?
talking,
I give
they're
them
not
mic
really
and
sure
then I'm
what
about
we're
to keep
saying.
it like a
Doesn't make
promise.
sense.
Yeah, and y'all know we fill them up with anguish. We talking about the PHP, the programming language. About to break it down, no
hear you.
exaggeration. What do y'all do for a living? Web applications.
I'll wait
Okay,
till
I
the
can
song's
dig it.
over.
My words spray tight. They getting together on the Thursday nights. Yeah, when it comes to rhyming, you can call me the new dude. I spew true lyrics while y'all broadcast on YouTube. So let's get it. You know my lyrics are major. All up in the comments, they got plenty of haters, but they doing what they doing. Keep it ugly. We
But I
end
wasn't
every
clear on
show
what you
with the
meant.
saying
As
it's
a
lovely.
big-time
Let's
lover and
go.
writer of functional programming, writing functional code makes me want to toss everything too.
The whole
Like-
functional
like
thing,
table
I don't
flip?
get it. Yeah, I don't get the functional programming
See,
section.
I was of the, like, every time I see functional programming or read about functional programming, exactly what John was referring to, my mind starts to drift to procedural coding. Like, I'm like,
Right.
this is just procedural
it's
code,
But it's,
but it's not. Right.
Well, I saw one
Yeah.
article that was like, oh, this was a mistake. Functional programming is the way to go. And with that sentiment, I just threw the idea of functional programming out as like for jerks only.
I think the problem is it's often like you're in one of two camps, but I think there is a commingling that can happen there.
Yeah.
All right,
Like,
listen.
you're using functional programming at times, and you just don't even realize you're using it.
If you're watching us live, obviously we've stopped recording. This will not be on the audio podcast. I'm going to start sharing some design ideas, but I'm not going to share it in Discord because these are very preliminary things and not ready for the public viewing yet. But I'm going to share them in our PHPUgly Slack, which Thomas is a part of. You will be able to see in real time his responses to them and whether they.
Okay,
they
let me
think
get
they're good.
another beer for this one.
Right, hurry up, man. Hurry up.
Elgimbo, I like that. Magazine reload or reloaded kind of ties into the Matrix reloaded.
Yeah,
At the
I think
same
that's what
time?
he's going for there. Yeah. What is the new Matrix called? It's obviously not Reloaded. That was the
I
old
forget.
sequel.
Yeah,
Is it just Matrix 4?
No, there was a thing for it. Matrix 4 Resurrections.
Resurrection. I guess we shouldn't call it Resurrection because we're
It
not really.
didn't die.
So you didn't kill
Yeah.
it yet.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
hey,
give
hey.
us time.
Oh, sorry. Force a habit.
Okay. So this is the first. I'm not going to share them all with you because a couple of them are pretty rough, but I'll share like 2, 3, 4. I'll share 4 of them with you.
I'll be nice.
All right.
Oh my god.
He got me. I'm like, what the hell is he looking at? I haven't posted anything yet.
I saw your reaction. I thought that was great.
She is flexible. That's impressive.
Stop. Oh my god. All right, that's the first one.
Vim. You fucking kidding me?
Well, don't give give it away, you asshole.
I'm supposed to critique. Okay, hold on. I'm supposed to
Just,
critique it.
yeah, well, let me know what you think. You're thinking about it way too long.
All right, that's a no-go. Don't put that on the site.
No, I like it.
That was my favorite one too, just from the design perspective.
Yeah, I don't like the words on the side.
I kind of agree with that one. It takes
like,
away from
I
it.
I like the joke.
Fuck you, yeah.
like-
You guys don't
No, I do. I like the joke.
Yeah.
I would say go more with an established theme though. Like a bowling jacket or like
What? No, leave me alone. Here's
Alright.
number 2.
Go on.
You haven't even giggled at any of them.
I don't giggle. I like
You
that.
do. Like that one? All
I
right.
do.
How about this one is probably just going to go in a coffee
That was
cup or
convincing.
something.
That was convincing.
Well, when I critique things, I have to like get myself into the headset of like positive critique and like constructive criticism, which is not my normal form of criticism.
Frank is lurking in here and he's seeing it all.
Oh no, Frank's in here! Holy crap! I forgot.
Yeah, and
I
Kalen.
got Diego Dev people have access to this one. Holy crap! Okay, well you guys got the inside scoop. All right. Frank.
Third one.
Frank, here. So this one's probably just going on a coffee cup or something.
I like it.
Okay, this is the last one you're going to see. This is the last one.
Liar, Frank.
I would.
He'll respond. No, seriously, I did.
I'm on my phone now. It's different.
I have a suggestion for this one, but
Sure, go ahead.
yeah, the -- dev.
I thought
That's
about
a good
that.
one. I like that.
I actually thought about that, but it messes up the alignment of everything.
Oh, Frank, get back into Slack. Stop
You
it.
you can get an artist that'll fix that.
Yeah, I kept looking at that actually.
And your kerning on this text is huge, so
Yeah,
you can squeeze it.
Okay, this is the last one. It's stupid, but I don't even have PHP arc stuff on it yet. There you go. You giggled.
I have been watching a lot of Hell's Kitchen lately.
Right? Isn't that fantastic?
Oh, see, I didn't get that joke.
Oh,
Yeah.
That sounds good to get that joke. Yeah, for
The
sure.
character, yeah, the character's not
Yeah, so
accurate.
I'm limited on that. So we can't afford a representation of the actual person. So we have to go with something that,
You can get pretty close with
well, I'm limited to whatever Canva has, the little service we use to make these things.
yeah, the font's terrible, but
It's supposed to be terrible.
I do really like that joke.
You have somebody explain it to you?
It is a good test for that because
It's going on his programmer test tomorrow. I'm just his interview.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, it's good. I like it.
Okay,
But
well,
the
that's a keeper.
the font choice in every way is wrong. Both the font, the color, and the outline, the border color, are all incorrect.
You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
I do
I'll
really.
play with it.
That's a good sticker. That's
You
not a
think?
good. That's not a good shirt because I think shirts that pretend to cuss are tacky, or shirts that do cuss are tacky.
Good call. Good call.
But as a laptop sticker, that's pretty great.
You throw that on your laptop?
100%. If the character were a little more refined.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do about that, but we'll figure it out. That reminds me, I need to.
You could just put a picture of a steak. A picture of a clip art of a steak would be better.
No, it's got to be a cook. It's got to be a cook. You're wrong.
No, it's not. The most iconic cook in history. If it doesn't look like him, then it is just a cook, and it actually takes away from the concept of the joke.
Don't make me put this in Discord and get everybody's opinion.
Just put it.
I totally will.
That's true.
Just put it in Discord.
The F sharp is
Discord. You want to see this one?
Yeah, put it in Discord.
All right, Discord.
Nobody.
Everyone's gone anyways. They think we logged out.
If you're in Discord, let me know what you think about this. If we made this into a sticker. Oh, what happened? Okay, here we go. Coming your way. Is that funny, Discord? And do you think that works as a sticker, even with the cartoonish looking thing?
It's not that it's cartoonish; it's that the hair is wrong, and he doesn't wear the hat.
It's not him, for
right?
Legal reasons.
Which means that the joke doesn't make sense.
Damn it, Frank.
Frank's covering all angles here.
That's the only one you guys get to see. It's an angry chef. Come on, man. Everybody knows who the angry chef is.
Right, but his hair is explicitly not.
My God, will you let the hair go? Jesus Christ. Sorry, I don't get it. No job with Tom.
Yeah.
Tom is not hiring you.
No. At least not for a Laravel job. Did you think of that joke? Be honest.
Yeah. Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought of all these. These are all me.
Yeah, he came up with all of the designs.
All right.
I'm looking for another character of an angry chef that looks more
for that first one. Can I suggest can't quit, won't quit?
I can do that.
Because that's playing on a popular phrase, a popular turn of phrase.
I don't know. What do you think, John?
What the wording? Yeah, I like that. I also like getting rid of the wording on the sides.
All right, dickhead. We already decided on that. It's already gone, you motherfucker. Do you want what I have, or can't quit, won't quit?
That, or we can't quit. Because that plays up more to the you can't quit Vim.
But that's the whole can't quit, won't quit.
Yeah. Right. Can't quit, won't quit, because that's a parable, not a parable. Whatever that thing is.
Let me see if I can fit all that on here. Let me see if I can fit all that on. This is actually my favorite one based on just the design alone. I don't know. That doesn't look right here. Let me show you what it looks like. It just looks weird. I mean, I can work on like the placing of the words and stuff, but let's see. Won't. It's apostrophe S with won't, right?
There's no S in won't.
Is there no S in won't? Wait, no apostrophe T is what.
Well, not anymore. Not since the British lost.
Yeah. It doesn't look as here. Let me show you what I have. Let me show you what I have for that. Let me get all that extra garbage off of it. All right, take a look at this one. I mean, I like the phrase better now that you said it, but I don't like how it looks on the shirt. It just looks like quit. I'll post it here. Come on, take the freaking picture already.
Can't you just share your desktop?
I could, but I'm not going to.
Oh, okay.
I forget how to do that. Oh yeah, I can do it right here, can't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot.
I think it should be more can't quit, won't quit.
So like each phrase is its own line?
Right. I don't know. I'm not a designer. We should have a designer
Neither.
for this type of stuff.
Neither am I. Yeah. All right, maybe I'll play with it a little bit. I don't know. Like, just looking at, like, if it was a T-shirt, I think the first one's funnier. We never quit. I obviously took out the extra words that pisses you guys off, but the second one just looks like, I don't know, it just doesn't read right.
Just take the basic design and we'll take it over to that design firm we were using and just say, hey, we want some ideas around this.
Okay, you can do that.
Like what we want changed.
Hey, C-Tree T313. Thank you for following.
Thank you. I always forget to tell people to follow us on YouTube. Damn it. You build up those numbers.
Well,
All right, losers.
That was a Twitch, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was it Twitch?
Yes, that one was Twitch. According to Streamlabs. Great episode.
Excited.
I'm very pleased. That worked well.
I can't believe this is happening. Still kind of in shock.
Yeah.
PHP Arc, baby.
Bold move.
PHP Arc, baby.
So here's the question. You guys want to place bets on how many hits this video gets? Or this episode?
No,
I don't think it'll do anything more. Yeah. I don't think it'll do anything more than normal.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, because Oscar was on, it's now going to go skyrocket?
No.
Everybody loves Oscar.
No, because we're announcing that this group of three assholes who've been making a podcast for like 4 years bought the biggest magazine or the biggest media company in the PHP world. Like, there's going to be articles about, hey, did you know that PHP Architect got bought? And it's going to link to this podcast where we say, hey, we bought PHP Architect, and everyone's going to be like, I totally blocked those guys on Twitter a year ago. And they own PHP Architect now?
Okay. I literally had this thought yesterday, the day before. Keith Casey still has me blocked. He was one of the original owners of PHP Architect.
Was he really?
He was part of Blue Parabola. I'm pretty sure that's true. I could be making that up. I'm pretty sure that's true.
So
it was owned by Marco, but I think
now you have to
him, Cal Evans, Marco Tabini. I think they were all part of Blue Parabola.
Now you have to look up if he's a subscriber, and if he is, block him and send him a letter that says, "No, you're blocked, fucker." Gotcha back. It took 4 years, but I gotcha.
Keith Casey, if you're watching this, can we be friends again? Can you unblock me? Seriously,
right, we need to stop the stream now.
This is the longest revenge plot I've ever heard.
Like, seriously,
the most petty long. Oh, you
like,
blocked me? You blocked me? Fine, I'm starting a company. One day I'm gonna buy your magazine and I'm gonna block you.
All right, that's it for the stream. Kill the stream. Thank you, everybody.
Right, thank you.
For hanging out with us.